evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamiru Nimsat. Let's have a look at the headlines. President orders immediate relief measures, compensation for weather-affected families. Minister responds to fertilizer subsidy criticism in agriculture budget debate. News in detail. President Anurukumar Dissanayake has issued urgent directives to all members of Parliament to immediately lead relief efforts in districts affected by severe weather conditions. During an emergency meeting at Parliament today, the President emphasized swift intervention to prevent further loss of life and ensure comprehensive relief for affected communities. The President confirmed that sufficient funds are available for disaster management, with separate allocations already sent to districts in anticipation of crisis situations. He announced a compensation package of 32 lakhs for landslide-affected families, comprising 7 lakhs for land and 25 lakhs for house construction. Additionally, 1 million rupees will be provided from the Presidential Fund to the next of kin of each individual who has died due to the adverse weather, which has already claimed over 30 lives. The President instructed MPs to convene district coordinating committees and regional development committees to assess risks and ensure continuous supply of cooked meals and dry rations to affected families, whether in relief camps, their own homes, or staying with relatives.
ආපදාව සඳහා මේ වසරේ වෙන් කරපු මුදල් තියෙනවා. ඒ මුදල් මුළුමනින්ම වියදම් වෙලත් නැහැ. දිස්ත්‍රික්ක වලට ආපදා තත්ත්වයක් අපේක්ෂා කළ දිස්ත්‍රික්ක වලට මුදල් යවලා තියෙනවා. ඒ මුදලුත් තාම තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මම හිතන්නේ මුදල් වල ප්‍රශ්නයක් යන්නපත් වෙලා නැහැ. ඒක අපි කියන්නේ ඔගොල්ලෝ ගිහලා හදන්න වැඩ. ඒවට අවශ්‍ය වෙන මුදල් ප්‍රතිපාදන අපි එවන්නම්. නායාම් ප්‍රදේශවල ලක්ෂ 32 දක්වා දෙන්න ඉඩමක් ගන්න ලක්ෂ 7ක් සහ නිවස හදා ගන්න ලක්ෂ 25ක් කියන පදනමට තීරණය අරන් තියෙන්නේ.
හොඳයි.
ඔව්. ආපදාවට ලක් වෙලා තමන්ගේ ගෙවල් වල ඉන්නවා. ආපදාවට ලක් වෙලා කඳවුරු වල ඉන්නවා. ආපදාවට ලක් වෙලා ඥාතින්ගේ ගෙවල් වල ඉන්නවා. මට කියන්න මේ කාණ්ඩ තුනට මොකද තියෙන සේවාව දෙන්නේ කොහොමද?
The Minister of Agriculture has responded to opposition criticism regarding fertilizer subsidies during today's budget debate, highlighting challenges in data collection from farmers. Minister K.D. Lalkant emphasized that while the government provides cash subsidies, many farmers fail to attend crucial meetings or provide accurate information.
ගොවි ජනතාවට වගකීමක් තියෙනවා, ගොවි සංවිධාන වලට වගකීමක් තිබෙනවා. කෘෂිකර්ම පර්යේෂණ නිෂ්පාදන නිලධාරීතුමත් එක්ක කුපනිස සමග එතුමා කැඳවන රැස්වීමට නිසි වේලාවට පැමිණ තමන්ගේ දත්ත ලබා දෙන්න ඕන. කන්න රැස්වීම ඉවර වෙලා ඊට පස්සේ එතුමා හෝ එතුමිය ගොවි ජනතාව කැඳවනවා. කියන්න ගණකාටුවේ සමහරවිට 50 60යි සහභාගී වෙන්නේ. සැලකිතු සංඛ්‍යාවක් සහභාගී වෙන්නේ නැහැ. තමන්ගේ දත්තේ වෙලාවට දෙන්නේ නැහැ. මම අක්කර මෙච්චරක් කරනවා. එක්ක අක්කර භාගයයි, එක්ක අක්කර දෙකයි. ඒ දත්තේ හරියට දෙන්නේ නැහැ. සහ account number එක පවා සමහර වෙලාවට වර්ධනවා. ගොවි මහත්තයා කියපු account number එක තමයි කුපනිස මහත්තයා වාර්තා කරන්නේ. ඒ නිසා මේ පොහොර මුදල් නෙවෙයි දෙන්නේ පොහොර මුදල්නේ. පොහොර මුදල් නිසි පරිදි ලබා ගන්න නම් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ගොවි මහත්තුරු නිසි වේලාවට කුපනිස මැතිතුමා හෝ මැතිනිය මගින් පවත්වන රැස්වීමට සහභාගී වෙලා තමන්ගේ තොරතුරු ලබා දිය යුතුමයි.
The Agriculture Ministry is holding crucial discussions to establish a guaranteed price for maize for the first time in history. Minister of Agriculture K.D. Lalkant met with maize farmers at the Presidential Secretariat this morning to address long-standing concerns about production costs and market stability. The proposed guaranteed price ranges between 135 to 140 rupees per kilogram based on current production costs. Minister Lalkant emphasized the need to balance farmer profitability with the interests of livestock producers and consumers. Farmers requested fertilizer subsidies and modern machinery to reduce production costs while also highlighting the potential of locally developed maize seeds from the Mahailu Pallamu Agricultural Research Institute. The meeting also addressed improving infrastructure for farmers cultivating in government lands and developing more efficient distribution mechanisms. Trade and Commerce Minister Vasantha Samarasinghe and Agriculture Deputy Minister Namal Karunaratne participated in the comprehensive dialogue aimed at revitalizing Sri Lanka's maize cultivation sector. Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The Minister of Foods and Civil Aviation, Andrew Karunatilaka, has held high-level discussions with the US Ambassador to Sri Lanka, focusing on Colombo port development and enhanced bilateral cooperation. The meeting addressed several key areas including port infrastructure, digitalization of government services, and joint efforts in combating drug trafficking. During the meeting at the ministry premises, US Ambassador Julie Chang emphasized cooperation in developing Colombo port and offered naval assistance to support the government's ongoing anti-drug operations. Minister Andrew Karunatilaka acknowledged the US government's continued support and noted the strengthening diplomatic relations between the two countries. The discussion also covered efficient digitalization of government services, with both parties exploring opportunities for technological collaboration. Deputy Minister Janitharuwan Kodituakku and Ministry Secretary Mr. Mangalu participated in the comprehensive dialogue that covered multiple aspects of Sri Lanka-US bilateral relations and future cooperation initiatives. Sri Lanka has unveiled an ambitious national climate finance strategy to mobilize billions of dollars for climate action and sustainable development. The strategy, covering 2025 to 2030, aims to secure funding for the country's climate commitments while supporting economic recovery and long-term resilience. The strategy estimates that Sri Lanka will need approximately $10.85 billion by 2030 to meet its climate mitigation commitments under the Paris Agreement. The plan introduces 12 financial instruments designed to mobilize private capital and international funding for key sectors including renewable energy, sustainable tourism, climate-smart agriculture, and nature-based solutions. Developed by the Finance Ministry with support from UNDP and the UK government, the strategy prioritizes investments that can generate jobs while building climate resilience. The initiative includes climate budget tagging and public expenditure reviews to ensure transparency in climate-related spending, positioning Sri Lanka to access global climate finance and carbon markets for its development needs. The globally recognized endurance cycling initiative Ride for Ceylon has announced details of its landmark 10th anniversary event scheduled for March next year. The 4-day charity ride will cover over 450 kilometers from Colombo to Manipe, Jaffna, to raise funds for the Manipe Green Memorial Hospital. The event, founded in 2017 by the UK-registered Charity Friends of Manipe Hospital, has grown from 6 cyclists to a global sports tourism movement, attracting participants from multiple countries. The 2026 edition will feature 85 cyclists and will be preceded by a gala opening ceremony at Cinnamon Lakeside on March 10th. All funds raised will support the hospital's non-profit operations, including free care for neurodivergent children and planned early cancer detection clinics. The organizers emphasize that participants cover their own travel costs, ensuring 100% of raised funds go directly to healthcare services in the northern region.
What is Right for Ceylon? It is a collection of people who raise funds for a charitable cause, that is restoration of Green Memorial Hospital, which is situated in Manipai, Jaffna. This hospital was one of the first ever Western medicine teaching hospital in Southeast Asia, definitely the oldest in Sri Lanka, and it was formed in 1848. It served as an amazing missionary hospital serving the community, and it was at its prime. It was one of the best maternity hospitals in Sri Lanka. People came from even Colombo, all over from Sri Lanka to have their maternity convalescence at this hospital. Over the war, it fell into severe disrepair, and during the height of the war, when the Jaffna hospital was closed off due to high security zone, Manipa Hospital served as the hospital for the peninsula.
Stay tuned for stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today. The oil share price index dropped by 182.14 points to close at 22,662.09. The S&P SL20 dropped by 42.85 points to close at 6,268.45. The turnover was over 2.3 billion rupees and over 71 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.